over. So it shows that it's working. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm looking at a boat in front of me in the water right now. I've been trying to get this stream up, but I've been struggling. So I just got off of a short interview with Dan Root. It was short, but I think it was had some very good information. Hey, Peter. Great. I've been struggling to get the stream to come up. And I linked Twitter to it, so I was thinking maybe that was the problem. But if it's working well now, then so be it. Great. Thank you so much for coming in. I forget the time. I know that most South Africans are probably sleeping right now. But I was saying that I just ended an interview with Dan Root on his channel for Prague, his organization. It was a short interview, but I think it was some great, valuable information and insight into some things going on over there. I'm sorry, my allergies are so horrible. I also have some other interviews coming up to try to get some information out. I'm supposed to speak with a guy today that I think last week he said he interviewed Jared Taylor from American Renaissance. He has a radio show that's broadcast in all states and I think 60 different countries, he said. Hey, William. How are you? Anyway, his name's Dino, and it's called Dino Show. I'm going to speak further with him to see if this is something useful or that I should do. I don't enjoy doing interviews. Unfortunately, it's necessary to get the information that I seek to get out. Hey, honey, how are you? It's my friend in the chat. I actually spoke about you in the video I made the other day and thanked you. I don't know if you watched it, but if you didn't, you should. I was saying I just got off an interview with Dan Root for Prague, his organization. He has a YouTube channel. I'm not sure when he'll put it up. It was only about 15 minutes, but I think that it was some very useful insight and information. And that also I'm supposed to speak to a guy today about going on his radio show. He said that he interviewed Jared Taylor from American Renaissance last week, so we'll see if this is a fit. I also spoke with Jason last night from No White Guilt because I gave him some grief in the comments yesterday of his live stream about since we're all on lockdown and can't really do much, he hasn't invited me back on. And he assured me that I am on his list of future guests. I guess he can't ignore my harassment. Yeah, I miss you too, my friend. I sent you some stuff last night and we talked, but we didn't really get to talk. Maybe after this I'll give you a call. Yeah, I harass him in the comments and I tell other people to harass him too. I'm such a sweetheart. Because, you know, I get harassed and they say, well, you should go on with Jason on, I forget what the other show is called, the After Party or something. Or no, not the After Party, it's something else. And I'm like, well, you should go and tell Jason that because I've already told him I'm willing. So people, when they ask me this, I tell everybody to go over to Jason's channel and harass him in his comments if they want to see me speaking on his show. So he probably gets a lot of harassment. I would say I'm much more loved than he is, but I'm also better looking than he is. Just saying. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm trying my best, Arya. Sometimes it's tough. But I see the results every day, and even when I feel like I want to give up, or maybe I'm not making a difference, something always happens, something amazing, and another door opens for me to walk through, or I get some amazing message from people that I never thought I would speak to in a million years, and telling me they support me and not to give up. And it's these things that keep me going. And even with all the attacks that I've been through, and I mean, you know that they've been some pretty disgusting, and horrible things. I continue to go through these things. Fake pages made with old modeling photos and seeking to humiliate me, and tweeting out from these fake pages as if they're me, saying disgusting things or whatever. I feel like the people that know me will know that that's not me, that it's fake. I hope they will anyway. I mean, some of the stupid shit they say, I would never say anything that's stupid. I mean, it's like these people don't even have fucking brains in their heads. I'd like to throttle half of them, or most of them. Right. So we all do get discouraged, and I thank you for being a friend to me, for me to lean on during these times. I spoke about this on a video I made yesterday. I struggle with getting people to understand the dynamics in South Africa and what, especially the white minority, are suffering, because we as Americans are conditioned to only safety. We don't need visas to travel most places. We just need a passport. So it's hard for people to wrap their minds around the fact that these people, who their own government call for their slaughter, are essentially prisoners in their own country, where they built this amazing nation from dust. They were forced to hand it over to people who were not native to the country by the world, and they pay 90% of the taxes. They provide 70% of the food to all of Africa, yet their own government calls for their slaughter. And then they can't leave. It is unbelievable, but it's true. But it's so hard sometimes to explain this to people in a way that they can understand, because some of it is so complicated, and people don't understand why they can't leave or just come into another country, because as Americans we can do that, and it's very easy. But the rules aren't the same for everyone, guys. So I spoke to a young man today. He is a conservative, and he has a new YouTube channel up. He just happens to be a black young man. And it really makes me happy to see another person of color speaking on conservative issues. Because the more people that speak out about this, of different races, the less the bullshit white supremacy narrative is able to be used effectively. It's not that effective anymore anyway, but it just shows that these are not only white issues, morals, values, and normal things that should not be controversial. These are issues for everyone who is a decent human being and has rational thought process, okay? I mean, everyone knows the world is upside down, and it's like rational thought process is bad, and sheeple are the new thing. That to me represents a lack of intelligence, a lack of being able to think for yourself and form your own opinions based on factual information, or that you are a weak-minded person and you would rather agree with whatever is popular than be strong, be a person of integrity and principle, and speak the truth, even if you stand alone. I personally despise weak people and weak-minded people. Sorry. I grew up tough, and there wasn't any room for weakness. And I feel that overall for white well-being, there's no room for weakness. If we wish to turn anything around anywhere in the world, or survive beyond, the next 50 years, our people have to stop being weak-minded and polite and naive and start being strong and willing to stand up against the lies and the propaganda and speak the truth. It's very hard to speak the truth and act on principle. It's actually the hardest thing, because you are hated and you are attacked and people try to destroy your life. But if we don't have people willing to do this, we will be overtaken by a swarm of people that want us gone from this earth. And that may be socially unacceptable or an inconvenient truth, but it's the truth nonetheless. Thank you, Peter. I greatly appreciate that. Pamela Giller. Thank you. That's a great compliment. I do this for the people there that need someone, that the people that had lost all hope that change would ever come, the people that believed that no one in the world cared about them, that the world had abandoned them to die, to be slaughtered, and that no one gave a shit about them at all. And that's not true. And I have proven that. Not only myself, but many people around the world have proven that that is not true, because there are people fighting for you in ways that you will never know all over the world. And, I'll tell you guys a little short story. Most people know that before I began this, I had no social media. I don't like social media. I don't like making videos. I was guilted into making my first video. I was petrified. It was horrible. I still struggle at times, but I've gotten better. But you know, I had no idea of the impact that I could make. I did not know what I was capable of accomplishing. I had no way of knowing what would come. I just hoped to reach some Americans with the truth, to raise some awareness and hopefully bring about some positive change. And I quickly realized how effective social media could be, because on Black Monday, and this has been years ago, on the way to take my daughter to school, we stopped in front of my truck, and I had my neighbor take a picture of us. We were dressed all in black to show solidarity with the white minority in South Africa. And I made a sign, and it just simply said, "Please stop murdering South African farmers. Love, Texas." My daughter insisted on holding this, and she begged me, so I allowed it. And I shared this with a friend at the time in South Africa who had Facebook. He shared it on Facebook, and this one photo, a simple act of kindness and show of solidarity, went viral. I didn't even know what going viral really meant. And every hour, he would message me and say, "It's got 12,000 shares. It's got this many shares." So I went on to my mom's Facebook just to look at it and look at the comments. And I was blown away. The comments on this photo, the shock from South Africans, the realization for them to see that someone in Texas was standing in solidarity with them and that they had not forgotten them, shook people to their core. I mean, they were suspicious, they were shocked, they were happy, they were emotional. It hit me like a ton of bricks, and I joined every platform after that. And this one photo, I still have it. I'll always keep it. It opened a lot of people's eyes to the fact that the world had not forgotten about them, and that somewhere in some corner of some remote place, even Texas, someone was thinking about them. Hey, Rooster. How are you? But I would also like to say, guys, that this photo wasn't just something new for me. This photo was 10 years of me waiting to find a way to make a difference, of me watching from across the world this horror unfold and wanting to do something, but not knowing how, and not knowing what, and not knowing my capabilities, or that I could even make a difference. And that was the beginning. That was the beginning, guys, and that's where all of this for me began, was around the time of that photo. So it was pretty amazing for me to see people's reaction to this. So Reich says, "Those who know us never doubt us, and those who doubt us never knew us." And that is so true. I'll tell you guys something else. I don't often share things about my personal life, but someone that I know and that has been my friend for a very long time, he just happened to come across one of these fake pages that these assholes have made with my photos. And, I'm sorry. He believed that this was me. And he treated me very horribly. He said some pretty horrible things to me, as if it was me saying these things and sharing these photos. And, you know, what she just said, that's how I felt. That if you knew me, you would know that it wasn't me. You would know that I would never say anything like that. I would never post a photo of myself like that online. And the photos are not anything horrible. They were taken for an art contest as a favor for a friend. But they don't really show anything. And I think they were taken very tastefully. No, I did not ever want the world to see them. But I really forgot they existed until these people dug this shit up. But I'm not ashamed of them. They try to use these to humiliate me, but I don't really see the ugliness in these photos. I see the beauty of a woman. You know, I was a lot younger. It was 10 years ago. And, you know, I see the beauty in all people, in all women, except for maybe the hairy armpit liberal bitches of busting the myth of nothing. Jealous bitches, really. I would hate me too if I was them. I mean, they probably never have a boyfriend in their life. It's probably why they're all lesbians. They can't get a boyfriend. But, yeah. I thought about, they've done some pretty horrible things to people. I mean, when I say pretty horrible as inciting all of the stuff that happened in Hermanus that could have gotten people killed, arson and worse. And, you know, they help to make fake tweets and fake pages and fake photos. I thought about taking their photos, since they are essentially pigs with lipstick on, and putting their faces on pig bodies and putting it on my website where it can't be taken down. I thought this was a great idea, especially after all of the lies that they tell and have told about Willem Petzer. Willem, excuse me, I know I'll get corrected for that. I forget, guys. Willem Petzer, happy. And all of the attacks on him, and most especially for Sherlyn Govinder, who is no longer with us. He ran the Soul Economics Twitter page and actually tried to educate people on some very important things, and he said some very brilliant things. And for that, he was attacked very viciously by Daniel Friedman, formerly of The Citizen, busting the myth, Jack Trash, or Thigandra Naidu, who is in fact an Indian guy who was pretending to be a white farmer, and has been in the South African Human Rights Commission for hate speech before. And I often say that if you are not doing anything wrong, why the need to lie? Create fake pages with a fake picture, fake profile, lie about who you are. You do it because you know you're doing something wrong, and because you're a piece of shit. Excuse me, I know I don't normally speak like this, but I feel very strongly about this, especially being that a young man in the prime of his life now is gone from this world, probably because of you people. And it deserves recognition and attention that it did not get, because he was a human being and he had a future. And these people do not care about other people. You know, even people I don't agree with, even people who've attacked me viciously, and they know who they are, when they reached out to me, I could have done one of two things. I could have been evil to them, continued to attack them, or shared all of the information that they shared with me. I chose not to do this. I chose instead to show them kindness, because I felt that maybe no one else had ever done this, especially a woman to another woman, a mother to another mother. And I very much believe in lifting women up and not tearing them down. I did have this happen. Someone who has attacked me very viciously and said horrible things about me, reach out to me. And like I said, instead of doing to them what they did to me, I showed them a kindness. They gave me honesty and respect, and I think they came to find that we're really not all that different. We don't have to agree on everything or have the same political views to find a common ground and to realize that we're both mothers. We both have hardships in life, but that doesn't give you the right to attack other people to such a degree that you try to destroy their life or you push them over an edge to commit suicide. I mean, that's really despicable. Hey, Michaela. How are you? I hope that you are doing well in Cape Town today. I hope it's a beautiful day and the rain hasn't affected things too much. Anyway, I don't know how I got onto that, guys, but I really have a disdain for these people because I know so much about them that they don't know that I know. And I know who supports them and funds them and supports them. And it's pretty disgusting. And if people weren't such cowards to pick up the story, it's actually a bigger story than Belle Pottinger would have ever been. It's very shocking, the people who are behind these people and who push all of this disinformation and attacks. And not even carte blanche would touch this. The message I got actually when I provided just a small bit of information, proof, was in all capital letters, "Whoa, this is hectic and this is way over my head." But if there were someone willing to pick up this story, it could probably be the story of their life. And I've offered to provide everything that I have, all evidence against these people and who's behind them, and no one will pick it up. It will probably have to be someone outside of the country, but I will never stop trying to expose this or these people. They have done way too much, and it's not because of what they've done to me. It's because of what they've done to people in South Africa. Anyways, guys, I didn't plan on speaking on all of that. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to do some interviews coming up. And I'm hoping to go on with Jason pretty soon because I feel comfortable with these guys. I see somebody. My son's awake.
And you got pants on.
You don't. I have pants on. I know. Michaela, I'm glad they're safe. I hope you stay that way. And at least it's one good part of the lockdown, right? But I was saying I'm hoping to go on with Jason soon because I feel comfortable with these guys. I speak to him, now and then, and I know that he supports this issue and he has a great knowledge of it. So I feel comfortable speaking there. So we'll see how soon he makes time for me. If anybody wants to harass him at No White Guilt, be my guest. He deserves it. No, it's all in good fun, guys. He's a great guy. Mark Collette is also a great guy. I can't say enough good things about them. And so we'll see what happens with these interviews coming up. I'll keep you guys updated. But please go over to Dan Root's channel, Prague, Praag. Subscribe to him and check out the video that we made today. I'm not sure if he'll have it up today or not. Okay, buddy. But okay, I will. But my son just woke up. I know you guys can hear him, so I'm gonna get off of here. I love you guys very much, and I hope that everyone stays safe. And I will speak to you guys soon again. So have a great evening, guys. Night. I will try. Thank you.